Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of The Fashion Edit. Shout out to our hair and makeup partner, Salon Tobe. On today's episode, we have Vinu Morais with us. Hi, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good, Tamara. How are you?
I'm good. So tell us a bit about your brand.
Okay, so Paddy is sort of our own take on sustainability because our brand is based on the concept of being adjustable and also convertible. So the way that we kind of go about sustainability is that we do it through design innovation. So what I discovered was that if I kind of design garments a little bit differently or cut them a little bit differently, that they were able to fit more than one sizing group. And I thought that was an incredible idea, so I just ran with it. And at the same time also, I found out that just like that, if we make small design tweaks, we can also convert garments into different things. So if you can wear something as a top as well as a jumpsuit. So yeah, I think that can make a garment infinitely more resourceful. So that's our whole concept behind all of this.
Great. So how did your journey begin? When did you realize that you want to become a designer?
Well, I probably realized that I wanted to be a designer as a teenager when I was a really, really stubborn teenager because I was really specific about the things that I wanted to wear. But after that, the more I kind of looked into making clothes and studied fashion, I just realized I wanted to be a designer. And, fast forward, I did my degree at AOD for 4 years. And then I worked as a designer for about 7 after that at MAS, Hydramani, Barbie. So there was a couple of places. And eventually I realized I wanted to start my own brand. And it was really during the pandemic that this idea came to me. And, it's been about a year unofficially now, but here we are.
Okay, so what is your biggest motivation to go forward?
Yes, so I'd say a lot of the designers that I look up to, they have their own thing that they have really perfected and that they're known for. For instance, I'd say someone like Issey Miyake is known for pleats, and someone like Gautier, like they're world famous for, corsets. And I want to have my own thing that I am known for, something that I am bringing forth into the world. And I really stand by this concept of adjustability and convertibility because it can be so useful for women going forward. And for me, it's also about having this brand be known, being recognized. And of course, as we're doing this, there are byproducts of it where like my team, I can see when they turn up to work, they come here with so much passion and they put so much love into everything that they create. And I'm so happy that we can give all these talented women these opportunities and take them forward. And I feel like and also the fact that we can really build a career here, that is great. But I would say they are all byproducts, because you asked me what motivates me. I would say what motivates me is really just having this brand be known. I just want everybody to know about it.
Next question.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a bit about what you're doing these days.
We actually have a lot going on at the moment. Right now, we are hiring. So we're looking for fashion marketers. We're looking for people with technical expertise. So if you're interested, yeah.
So tell us how someone can apply.
Oh, okay. Just drop us an email. We can even let them know our email address, right? Or just message us on Instagram.
The email.
Sure, yeah, that. And we also have a new collection coming up. We are expanding our sizing range to a size 18. Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
So if you could be one international designer, who would it be and why?
Ooh, okay, so I would probably be Alexander McQueen because I look up to his work so much. He was an incredible talent. Just so that I could go back in time to 2010, and because it's tragic what happened to him, and make the decision to not end my life so that the world could have more of his talent today.
So in your opinion, who are the 5 most talented designers in Sri Lanka?
I feel like Sri Lanka has so much incredible talent. Not even just, I mean, as designers obviously, but not even just designers, in terms of just talented people, we've been looking at so many people who apply and their work is just outstanding. But as designers, I would say, I think Tarshana Vijay Singha is very, very talented, great brand. I'd say Sully Carter, who's doing Navya. She's doing some really nice things with bags. And Amesh Vijaysekara, amazing. His work on conceptualism and how he just pushes boundaries. Also, it's not fashion, but another designer I've really had my eye on would be Shenali Di Fonseca. She does interior design. Have you seen some of her work?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, again, incredible. Those are just some names.
Okay, so if you hadn't become a designer, which path would you have chosen? Is it the corporate sector?
Oh, wow. I think, well, I feel like I'd have been an artist, but also I feel like I might have been a chef because I really like making food. But then again, I probably only make stuff that I like to eat, so probably a failed chef. Yeah.
Okay, so what are the changes you'd like to see in this industry?
The biggest change I'd like to see is, I suppose it's cultural, because I think something a lot of Sri Lankan women have to really deal with is not just, I mean, as women on our journey with like how we want to look and how we want to express ourselves, I feel like we have all these challenges as it is, you know, getting used to our body image, deciding how we want to look, all of those things. As women, we kind of grow into it. But in addition to that, I've noticed in Sri Lanka, there is a big cultural barrier where we have all these pre-imposed notions coming back from like colonial times saying you should cover up, you should not dress this way. And there's all these like strict rules that we kind of have to go ahead and please everyone. So I just wish that culture, we could just get rid of it and that, you know, we could do more work to kind of erase that mindset. Because, yeah, women have enough struggles to go through when it comes to feeling beautiful as it is. They shouldn't have to deal with that.
So how has the current situation of the country affected you as a designer and your brand?
Obviously, I'd say it's been, you know, these times they're very uncertain. There's been like this onset of anxiety just in general. I'd say I think many designers can relate to that, many brands can relate to that. Just people in general, I think, can relate to that because it's so unpredictable, right? Because of the economy that we're in. But I feel like it's also quite sad that our young talent, but this is the time that they should really be working on themselves. They should get to hone on their work and really fine-tune their skills. But instead, they're forced to, you know, voice their dissent and go out into the streets and fight for just basic necessities, which is so sad. These are not things they should have to worry about. So I think that's quite heartbreaking. And that really, you know, puts them at a step back when you compare them with the rest of the world. So, yeah, it's quite sad, but I hope things get better.
Same. So my last question for you is, what is your message to the people out there who's willing to become a designer?
I would say, okay, so the first thing I'd say is that design is not for the weak of heart. If you want to do design, great, but really think about, first thing is really think about it. It's going to take up a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, a lot of your money, a lot of commitment. So make sure you have a really, really great support system behind you. In that case, I was lucky. I had a brilliant support system behind me to, you know, help me on this journey. That's the first thing I'd say. So make sure this is really what you want to do. The second thing I'd say is just get plenty of rest. Designers, y'all, just anyone in the creative industry, I think y'all need plenty of rest because it's a very, very taxing job. It requires a lot of mind time. So yeah, if you want to put your best work out there, rest and don't burn yourself out.
Great. So thank you so much for coming on the show today. It was a pleasure to have you.
Likewise.